Pulse. That's brought to you by locally owned Aero Products. And we've got a special guest with us today. We've got Watertown Councilman Lynn Jurrens. Good morning.
How special is this going to be?
Well, I think special. You're only our third city government, if you will, official.
Well, let's stir the pot up a little bit.
Well, you know,
let's make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, we've got to educate the people. And
where's my headphones?
Well, you don't need any because she makes sure that your voice is perfect. So I have just one on and one off because I got to make sure mine's okay.
It's kind of like the weather. One on, one off.
Yeah.
Shut the damn stuff off, would you?
Yeah.
Please, it's depressing. Never turn the radio or never turn the weather on in January. Haven't we figured this out after 56 years?
I don't think so.
And Doreen and I have.
Well,
she's only 46, but you know, you're 36.
That's the wind chill.
You ever heard of 36?
Yep, like a turdy pointer.
This is gonna get interesting.
Let's
talk about non-controversial things like TIFs and sewer systems, and that's all non-controversial, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
let's talk about taking over Greenland and stuff like that today.
Okay. Well, the first thing I was kind of thinking of, since you had a city council meeting last night, was this is something I've covered in the past in the news.
Not the riots in Minneapolis. Come on.
This is all local. This is all local.
Well,
yeah, so you're good. There was Dave, the manager of Coddington Clark Electric. He just spoke in public forum, not like it's a discussionary type, but just expressed that maybe he would like to see more of an advance notification on annexations if it affects their territory.
Accused us of a government take.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Of private business and maybe vetting the process for an elected board position.
Municipal Utilities Board should be elected
instead of appointed.
A few things that he said were, likely could get some momentum. Mm-hmm. I don't know which ones will, but I thought it was pretty stingy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whew, they lost their bid to get some rules changed from municipal utilities being able to add people develop near cities to get the advantages that municipal utilities, all the things that a municipality will give people.
Mm-hmm.
So they had their chance. State legislature last year. Actually, I listened to that one quite a bit. I don't listen to much, but that one I paid attention to. I'm going, and that might have been 2 years ago. I might be off on this. That's how much I pay attention.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Time flies.
Are you guys okay with this?
Yeah.
I don't have to bring facts, do I? I could just innuendo and slander is just fine, isn't it?
I think we prefer facts, but if you're, as long as you're admitting to it.
Hey, I'm a city councilman. I can say what I want to say.
I think so. It's on record.
Oh, this is gonna get good.
You are on fire.
We need to throw a disclaimer in there.
Yep, do that. Go ahead, Doreen.
This BS is sponsored by Lynn Jurrens.
Hey, I've got that initial behind my name. That doesn't make me smart, does it? Well, we could get into street facilities and how you come up with a $28 million facility. We'll get into that too. But back to the remarks from Dave Eide, Mr. Dave Eide last night. Good person, and he's fighting a good fight for the Coddington Clark co-op, and that's cool. The state legislature heard their side of the story a couple years ago. They heard the municipal utilities, multiple legislators listened to it, and the vote said no. And so now they're taking it to the grassroots. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's what grassroots politics is about. Mm-hmm. And so for those that want to hear his comments, just chime into the first 5 minutes of last night's city council meeting on YouTube or on the city's website, because people should be informed about what it is. Doesn't mean that everything he was 100% right on, but he's allowed to have his opinion, and he runs a really, really important. He called it a private company. I guess it is a private company. It's a co-op, and they're very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely important to have good equipment and to get our rural communities up and running and have the equipment to do it. So yeah, I think there's some things that we could work on and work with them on. And Municipal Utilities is an interesting board. I'd have to agree. We got great people serving there, but sometimes things just need to be mixed up a little bit. So not saying what that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We can have that fight on the street someday.
Sure. All right.
In the snow, 23 below.
Yeah, that rhymes.
In the snow, 23 below.
Yeah. Let's not start rapping. We'll be here all day.
We'll have, I got a vision there that I
Rap
can't
battles.
share. We could be dancing on the tables before this is over, everybody. Oh, wait, it's being broadcast live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Well, let's get the food out. We got the coffee going. Let's have a party, everybody.
Yeah.
All right,
Bring
let's
'em-
talk more about politics.
Bring them to the yard.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about these two tax increment financing, or TIFs, requests that are moving forward. City Manager Alan Stager announced a housing conference also on February 12th. That'll be some really good public education. So we'll be there to cover that and I believe record it. So we recommend people to try to go to that if you do have questions. And
and it's going to be
whatnot.
really focused on the tax increment financing.
yeah, there's this individual speaker or keynote speaker. That's what they specialize in,
Toby
right?
Morris does. He's been doing it a long time. He puts most of the deals together, a lot of the deals for municipalities in South Dakota, and heard him speak, and it's worth a listen.
Mhm.
People, we as citizens need to be educated on them. And the reason is we're getting an education. For the first time in South Dakota history, the vote of the city council in Rapid City not only was referred to the vote of the people, but it was overturned
Mhm.
last night. That means these things aren't just a given anymore.
Mhm.
And you look at, you bring that, and that's the Liberty Land TIF that's been talked about. Big development, cool development. I know Murdoch. He's in the radio business. You met Murdoch.
Sure.
I mean, just a good guy. He led the charge on that. And I can't remember. I think Taffy. I call her Laffy Taffy because I just
Sure.
can't remember her.
Taffy Howard.
There you go. There you go. Thank you for saving me by the bell.
Yep.
Laffy Taffy is what I go by.
Sure.
She was leading and she was writing stuff, and I was really, it was interesting to see how this one turned out,
Mhm.
because now, first time since I've been on the council, that's 2.5 years, we've not had one come up. There's 20 some on the books right now in Watertown, so you can do your research.
Mhm.
They haven't all turned out great. And developers, and in their development agreements, promise things. Whoop. There goes the contractor. Yep, he went broke. Those promises up there. Whoop. Now what's happening? Oh, the owner. I think I'm going to shave this corner off. I think I'm going to cut this. I'm not going to finish this. Why should I do this? That's what's happening to a few of those right in Watertown.
Mhm.
And when someone said, "Hey, Lynn, you should run for council," I don't know what I'm going to run on. Towards the end of running, I said, really, the number one thing is responsible growth. We have a pro-growth type of mentality in Watertown. We have a pro-growth mentality in our city council and in our city hall. And I am grateful for that, but it has to be done correctly. Not every TIF should get authorized. And it's easy, very easy to play armchair cowboy here and go, what the heck did they do back then? Well, with the facts they had at the time and not the operating agreement, but the agreement that says these are the things, the development agreement, these are the things you're going to do. Well, it didn't work out that way. A classic example is the ruins. It didn't work out exactly the way everyone wanted to. Guess what? I agree with former councilmen when I chat with them about it. There is still millions of dollars of infrastructure that was put into place in downtown Watertown. There's people living in 3 out of the 4 places. The one that's left that has the wood over the top of the windows. You know which one I'm talking about? You ever been by there?
Yeah, by the park.
So is everybody else. We got that beautiful park. Anyway, that one didn't quite work out, did it?
Right.
But it will. It will. Someone will buy that thing for maybe 80 cents on a buck, maybe 90 cents, maybe 20 cents. Who knows what the market says? But that will work out. It's just a little delayed. And it's just a little bit of an eyesore for now, but it's not bad. The brick's up. And it's got a roof on it. And so there's a couple others on the list that didn't work out. That's okay. You're not going to hit 100%. So, on the way here this morning, I wonder what AI says about that. I said, give me the short version of a TIFer. TIF?
Yep.
And it says, Tax Increment Financing. If you like acronyms, doing the heavy lifting is when a city bets on future growth. They freeze today's property tax level in a struggling area, then use that extra tax money from rising property values later to pay for the improvements now. And that's a key point in this. If the values don't increase, it's going to be doggone interesting. That property, the tax value on that, the tax assessed value, that's a critical component in the success of these TIFs. And so it is really good for those of us that are going to be hearing these things that we know what the heck. We ask the right questions. We ask the tough questions. And then we make our votes. Now, one of them that you talked about is affordable housing. Everybody, if you're going to talk housing right now, we need to focus on the affordability. That's a buzzword. How do you do it? It is not easy. It is not easy. Would a TIF help out? It could. Yet we need to know who's doing it. We need to know who's backing it. We need to know who's financing it. We need to know who the developer is. We need to know who the contractor is that's not going to freaking take the next train out of town. That's important stuff here. So this in the beginning looks like a solid idea, and it's really worth jumping on the train to see and not just to say, hey, we're going to do this. That's not on jumping on the train. That's figuring out what the heck is right and what's wrong. And responsible development is number one.
Very good. I'm not sure how accurate it really is because I'm not a finance individual with education of any degree, but
I'm not either.
Right.
I've got a BS behind my name and an MS behind my name. That doesn't make me smart at all.
Well,
I just passed the classes at SDSU. I didn't get smart. Everything I learned was either on the farm doing it or on the streets and getting your feet wet and your hands muddy.
Well, no, I just said that because I was going to say that you're good. To me, it kind of reminds me of like if an individual similarly is looking at a vehicle, if you lease one or if you purchase one, and when you're leasing, there's multiple options to choose, and then if you finance, there's optimal
options.
So it's like, you have to do the research on as the buyer or the approver. You have to look at, okay, there's all these options available in this package or this development. So
Yeah.
what is the best course? And even if you choose that, you don't know what's going to happen. So is it really, is the city the one to be held responsible if a TIF doesn't work out? If it's the developer that goes bankrupt, or if it's the construction company that just bails out and stops working for them, or
jumps on the train.
Yeah,
out of town.
That's. But it always does fall on the back of the city, of course. But still, it's
And
kinda,
the taxpayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is that's the number one. So.
Well, I really don't want to take any credit for this other than I asked the question to AI.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, here's the translation. And this is kind of what you and I are chatting about right now. The city borrows money from its future, fixes up a neighborhood, and hopes the glow up pays the bill. If it works, everyone claps. If it doesn't, accountants sigh and write very long reports.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, yep, that's it. That's it. But like the Liberty Land, I'm not saying good, bad, or ugly. That wasn't for developing housing. That was kind of theme park, build up an area. It can work for that. It has before, especially in an area that sees tourism like they see. Can you imagine the additional attraction that would bring? So hopefully they work some things out eventually, but after last night, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and sigh and count the numbers.
Very good. Well, and I can tell you too, from covering news, there is always a bit of skewed information out there when you're dealing with all that kind of
smoking mirrors.
Some sort of opposition or controversy. So it is good that people get education or the information. So ask questions and it's good to ask questions instead of make statements first.
And then we're still not perfect.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That is okay.
Yeah. But oh my goodness, some people don't get it.
I know.
Let's riot.
Well, at least here in Watertown, it seems we don't have to worry about that.
Well, we're going to riot pretty soon. The guys cleaning off the streets in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
If we don't get a building built that has some heat in it, so they can get their hydraulics inside someday.
Yeah, that has been kind of a topic of discussion for maybe even far more than a handful of years. But for sure,
now it's one of the only real upgrades. City Hall's down. That
asbestos is gone.
Asbestos is gone. That's off the table. We got a police department. We got a fire department. Yeah, we got to look at an additional one someday. But we've got a lot of upgrades. We got a library. We got
zoo.
Well, we got a zoo. We got that's not gonna Anyway, back to the street department before we get lost down old memory lanes here. A thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stephen. You've been following this stuff a little closer than I have, but didn't that thing start out at 28 million?
That sounds
27,
right.
28, 29. Who gives? It's 1 million here, 1 million there.
Yeah.
Remember when they came and do I have a deal for you? 22 million. We got you hooked. No, you don't. I still remember my comment. When you get down to that 9 to 11 million, we might be able to get something rolling. And I wasn't the only one. I mean, it's like, where are you going to get this money? Oh, well, we'll do a curb tax. You know what curb tax is? That's like property tax. It's just named something different. It's just hidden. Do you know the revolt that we would have in Watertown if we added property taxes right now?
I can imagine.
They're high enough. And, that's the big talk in the legislature. Let's just raise a little cane around here and start talking a curb tax. That's how they thought we'd get the 22 million. Okay, all right, okay. Boop. Now we've got better ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting down to some realistic numbers. We're getting down to where some of our other debt is getting paid off that we've borrowed over the last 20 years. Some of those will be falling off, and things in my mind could start to work. I'm not, again, smart because, well, they ask, well, where did that $28 million come from? I said an architect and an engineer got together.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. They got initials behind their name? That doesn't mean we need to go with them. That doesn't mean we need the polished brick, the big fancy windows, the Taj Mahal of all. Oh, we got to have a conference room. We got to have 10 of those in town. Oh, well, yeah, that's it. No, they got initials. You and I got initials too. It's called a Bachelor BS, a Bachelor of Science. I don't know how they passed me. And then anyway, that doesn't make me any smarter than the next person. Where are you going to get the money, and do people back it, and do people believe it needs to happen? You talk to workers, they want a break room, and they want some warm equipment when they get there at 3 a.m. to get things fired up so people can get to work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You ever, I don't know, Stephen, how many times you were on a farm. Doreen, them hydraulics, they're a pain in the rear end.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting that diesel engine started. So there's some things that are going to need to be done. Do we want to spend the money? Heck no. Do we want to use taxpayer dollars? Heck no, but we have to sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So that especially when you look at this forecast, the next 2 mornings, wind blowing, they got to go. They got to go.
Yeah.
You and I can call into work. Just a little bit snowy out there. I can't make it today. Oh, I got a tummy ache too. They can't do that.
Yep.
They got to go.
Right.
All
I'll
right.
be here though. We'll be here.
You too.
Yeah.
You too. Got it. You got it. Yeah. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on BS and MSs and Masters of Science and Bachelor of Science. Doreen, you get it now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. So,
so yeah.
So also there was a little communication too about how the I don't know, maybe talking about how the city communicates, whether it's the I think it was Councilman Allen, he kind of suggested if there's a comprehensive approach to communication, with all the various messages that have to get out there and so on and so forth. And so there's the public information officer that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I know that gets tricky and whatnot. So
CM Stager is working through that. The mayor and Kelly Fritz.
yeah,
They're working. They've been working on this. They've spent a lot of time going, what's the solution
yeah,
to getting the information out and getting it out instead of 20 different versions. Let's just get out one, and then let's just disseminate it from there.
Mhm.
So there's some conversation about that. Really, it's just a wise use of city money and city assets and city time.
Mhm.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And we got to get the information out there. People need to know. It ain't all going to be found on Facebook, everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Some of us don't open that crap much anymore.
yeah. Well,
Because
and
it's crap.
that's part of why we.
It's part of the BS we were talking about. It's not just behind my name. Hey, sales tax revenue
yes.
up again. I know we might have gotten the numbers this morning. I haven't had a minute to pull it up yet, but that's really, really good news. It's really, really good news
Mhm.
for our citizens. It's good news that people are still beyond what you read on Facebook and the negativity. People are still coming to Watertown. People are still buying.
Mhm.
They're buying things. They might have put an Aldi's up in Brookings, but I talked to Tim the other day, and he said they're coming back to Watertown because you have to go through a self-checker line down there, and they don't like that. So they're coming back to Watertown.
Mhm.
That's important, though.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't know where these sources of revenue are coming from. The sales tax number.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's county fair, it's Hy-Vee, it's Walmart, it's McDonald's, it's the local, it's Watertown Brewing Company, it's Dempsey's, it's, name them all off.
Mm-hmm.
This is important information that, we don't have to go fight and find different ways. We don't have to do a curb tax. We don't need to do that as long as we're bringing people to town, making Watertown attractive, and let's go.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And that involves housing, that involves employers that want to expand, that involves new employers that want to move to Watertown. That's the governor and the economic development crew out there saying, let's put another $500,000 into the John Calvin lift station project so we can start developing more land out by I-29.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about, everybody. Let's get excited and not fall into that negativity that we see in certain times.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Certain
really good
places. Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Good.
The Booker.
You can be a part of the
FB.
positive if you'd like.
BSMSFB.
All right. Well, I think that's a good way to wrap up, Councilman Lynn
We're done
Jurrens.
already?
Yeah. I mean, we got a half hour in. You did good.
Well, I didn't even see info on sewer. Oh, yeah, we talked about the pumps.
Oh.
I don't know what it was all about. We got 2 different kinds of pumps. It was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
It was just something last night. That was talked about.
Yeah, but some brands and
Yeah.
longevity.
I call them crap pumps.
Yep.
Crap pumps. We can say that on the radio.
Yeah. Well, we're not FCC regulated here at Northeast Radio SD.
Poo-poo pumps.
Yeah. And
Poo
on
pumps.
the internet, you can't. I mean, you can.
We can say anything on the internet.
Yeah. George Carlin could work here.
Oh, let's go there. No. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, real good. Real good. CM gave a couple things here, and we've talked about them, and that's cool. That's cool. We got some TIFs coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we got that, like you mentioned early in this. Let's remind that. Toby Morris from Collier's is going to talk about TIFs, and that should be well attended.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
That housing conference, there'll be a lot of information. Good time for questions. And, if you got something to say or you have been, these are the things you need to go to just to kind of listen to.
Well, you know what? Because nobody wants a small apartment building right by their house.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can put it anywhere else, but as soon as it's next to my house, well, we got to go somewhere. I mean, the corn was growing there. I saw the stubble field there yesterday.
Right.
It's still there. I mean, let's use it. Let's use it wisely. Let's do it responsible.
Very good.
God bless you guys. It's been fun. Let's do it again.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate you. And that will do it for this week's The People's Pulse. And we'll get back to some music. And we've got Joy Ranch coming here next.